Hey y'all, welcome back. It is Sunday. I'm at home all day and the vibes are vibing. I'm going ahead and starting the day with a little bit of breakfast. We had sausage, eggs, the usual. And then me and my daughter went downstairs in the basement to play a little bit with her furry friends, literally. After that, I had to go ahead and get started on my laundry for the day. Y'all, these clips gonna be real chopped and screwed because I'm trying a Midi vlog. I feel like the 1 minute vlogs sometimes are just a little bit too quick for me. So I think this mid style may work a little bit better for me, and I'm gonna keep it the original speed just to see if I like how it goes. But anywho, y'all know laundry has been a thing that I want to literally slay in the year 2025. And I think I'm off to a good start. So for the past few days, I have been doing like a load a day. But I've been doing everybody else's laundry and not mine. So mine got a little bit backed up and I needed to do like 3 loads of actual clothes and then a load of like sheets and towels. So that's on my agenda today. For a little foresight, I went ahead and completed 2 of the 3 rotations so far. So that is wonderful news. Also, another thing that's obviously very clear, I am trying a new style to my vlogging. So y'all know I do the mini vlogs and then I do the long form. So this for me is like a midi right in the middle version that's not too long, not too short, and I can still kind of do a voiceover. So I'm gonna test to see how this works, but so far so good, loving how it works. Next I went ahead and started on lunch/dinner for the week. It's definitely a meal that's gonna last a couple days, so I am going ahead and opening up my chicken leg. And I know the internet loves to tussle about whether or not you should clean your chicken. I'm going to leave that up to y'all on whether you do or you do not. But for me, I'm going to clean it up with a little bit of vinegar every time. So I'm here just taking the chicken out the package, putting it in a bowl so I can isolate it. I am going to put the bowl in the sink so I can start trimming the skin off the chicken. But I'll just say this. Whether you clean your chicken, don't clean your chicken, whether you take it straight out the pack, baby, put your seasoning on it and pop it in the oven or the pan, that's really on you. But one thing that you absolutely have to do when you're cooking is clean your hands. Like, it's a non-negotiable. You absolutely have to constantly clean your hands as you move along. So with that, I am going ahead and I think getting my kitchen shears so I can go ahead and start taking the skin off of this meat. And honestly, y'all, if you don't, do that, one thing about it, like, sometimes those chicken legs and other pieces still have like feathers and all types of stuff. So as for me and my house, child, we putting the vinegar on the chicken and scrubbing it down. Also, as I'm watching this video back, I'm low-key cackling because, y'all, am I the only? I know I'm not. But I really think culturally, like, I definitely am a hoarder of grocery bags. Y'all, I need grocery bags for multiple different things, multiple different times a day. And my husband hates me, like, hoarding these grocery bags. And honestly, it's really not that bad. I have 1 drawer for the grocery bags, and it works for me. So I was going ahead and like cleaning the chicken and putting the skin in the grocery bags, because those are the type of things you don't want just exposed in your garbage bag. Even though we take the trash out every day, like, I don't want like chicken skin, raw skin, just floating around in the bag. You got to isolate that stuff. Same thing with like leftovers that get a few days old. Child, I package that stuff up, tied up real nice in a nice little bowl, and then put it in my trash can. But nonetheless, I'm going ahead and starting my vegetables that are gonna kind of roast with the chicken. So I went ahead and chopped up 1 whole bell pepper, 1 whole red onion, and then I'm gonna add some more vegetables as we go along and chit chat a little bit. And if you find this video to be a little bit soothing, let me know, y'all. Let me know, because I don't know whether it's working, not working, but at least for me, I feel good about it, and this feels like something I can balance. So another thing I want to chat about, because it's constantly at the forefront these days, is goals. Because y'all, I must say, this was a really good day I think today is the 12th. Let me double check my other phone. But if today is the 12th, we've been really kicking it for 12 days, which makes me feel good. But not only do I feel good, y'all, like, honestly, I've just been learning the balance, and being a wife and a working mom and a human yourself, just trying to figure out life is not easy. Like, honestly, I don't think anybody portrays it to be easy, but I think the biggest thing that you have to take away from, not only content creation, but, people sharing their life is that at the end of the day, everybody is human, and we can celebrate the highs, the lows, the in-betweens. But as for me, y'all, things have been phenomenal for the past week and a half of 2025. Honestly, they were phenomenal before the week and a half of 2025, but specifically, these past few weeks have been really good because I have just been so intentional. And not only have I been intentional, I've been holding myself to a certain level of accountability, because I know I got to show up for my community of people who are showing up for me. So that makes me really happy and excited. And it also makes me feel like I have to kind of follow through with what I'm saying. And that kind of accountability works for me. It doesn't work for all people, but at least for me, this is like my little check sheet of accountability, because guess what, baby? You got to record it and post it on the internet. So I'm hoping that the year has been really good for y'all too. In whatever form that may look like for y'all. So here I am going ahead and getting these onions finished, and I'm just sprinkling them all over my chicken. I hate how my face looks in these videos. Like, my baby, I think, was playing with a tripod, so I just sat the phone down at a random angle on the counter, and y'all, this is not a flattering angle, but we still move. Y'all probably are just listening to this more than watching it anyway, so it is what it is. So another big thing that's gonna pop up in the month of January is my birthday. Y'all, I am turning 28 years old on the 20th of this year. So my birthday is Inauguration Day. It's always been Inauguration Day. Obviously, whenever we have a presidential election, falls on MLK weekend. So I'm used to always kind of spending my birthday like on a shared holiday situation. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't work. But at least for now, like, I'm still contemplating different things that I may want to do, may not want to do for my birthday and whatnot. So it's coming up pretty quick, and I'm just kind of in a space of overall peace, at least for myself, to where I feel like this birthday should be something that kind of not only is chill, but it's more so personal. And I know people can say, okay, it's just a day, it's not that big of a deal, but for me it is. I am a mom of one. Last year for my birthday, I had given birth just maybe 3 months ahead of my birthday. Well, 2 really. No, it was just at 3. So, yep, 3 months. Okay, well, whatever the specifics were, I had just given birth. So I vividly remember like being on my couch in my living room with my daughter, feeling so grateful and happy, for the little things. And I think that I'm mature enough to already be in a stage of gratitude on a day-to-day basis. And I feel like I don't really be just like celebrating like that, but y'all also know I don't drink either. So yes, I can have fun without drinking, so that's not a question, but I'm just struggling to find, okay, do I go travel for a quick little weekend and take advantage of the holiday? Do I just enjoy family and we go out locally? Do I do something with my daughter? I think last year my daughter and I, she was still pretty young, but I think I was just itching to get out of the house so freaking bad last year. I ended up taking her like to the mall or something, and we went and did like Build-A-Bear for her and all types of other stuff. So I'm just really excited and looking forward to this year's birthday. Y'all, the girl has grown up. Like 28, really, honestly, I don't have any high hopes for this upcoming year yet. I'm gonna take the next week or so to reflect about what I want out of this next year. But at least for now, like, y'all, life is good. Like, one day, if y'all just want to hear, I'll give y'all my full life story. But I have been abundantly blessed to have a very, very great life. God has looked out for me in several different ways. I feel like I've had more of a cookie cutter traditional life in terms of milestones by certain ages, but at the same time, my life hasn't been exactly easy. So I have an appreciation for the journey, but at the same time, I realize that there's a certain level of privilege being at a particular stage of life before some of my colleagues. So for an example, I was a traditional college student, went to college for undergrad right after high school at 18 years old. I went to college out of state, but it was still close enough to where it was like a couple of hours from home, the next state over. And then I also kind of like had family in that state too. So it felt like home, but close enough, but far enough at the same time. I also graduated from college. Now, I don't necessarily work directly in my field anymore, but I did at one point. And I don't know, I guess if y'all want to know what I do, I guess I could tell y'all at some point, but I just don't feel the need to say anything right now. But, oh yeah, so did that. Got, my first apartment. Me and my best friend lived together in undergrad for a few years. Got my first apartment independently a little bit after that. And then I got an opportunity to move to a major city, Chicago, with a job opportunity at the age of 24. I had just turned 24. I was like a month or two away from 20 that I had just turned 24. And I think that was the real year that was like, okay, this is a profound stage of like life. Like that was a year that defined a lot of stuff for me. And during that year, I ended up getting married, and I met my husband before I turned 25, so I was still 24. I ended up, I got married at 24. Child, even I have to remember because it's been a couple years at this point. Got married at 24. We bought our house when I was 26. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so yeah. Got married at 24. We lived the high life in the city in Chicago. It was so fun. Love Chicago. It's a second home for us. At 24, 25, 26, we were just enjoying life. While I was still 26, we ended up purchasing our first home. Also 26, ended up giving birth to our first child, which is our daughter. And then 27 was like shortly after giving birth to her. Like I turned 27 like 2 or 3 months after becoming a mom. So like it really was low key like 27. And then now I'm turning 28. So I can truly say I've been blessed by quote unquote doing things the right way. But with that, like this next year, I don't know, we were doing a lot of like goal chasing for the last few years. And I think 27 was that year of just kind of feeling like you're normal, just kind of getting to a normal routine after kind of doing so much, which I thank God for every single day. But now that my husband and I are getting even more established in our careers, I'm just curious to see what that 28 season will look like for me. So as I'm watching my clock, looks like I'm getting close to the end of this video. But honestly, this little chat has been so easy to get through. Like, I think I'm kind of liking these versions of the Midi vlogs where I can do stuff, y'all can see stuff, and I can chat through it. So I guess I'll continue this conversation maybe tomorrow with the vlog or a mini one, or we'll see, depending on how the vibes go and how this video does. But at this point, I'm gonna call y'all back tomorrow. I'm going to pick up my husband because he's been gone for the weekend for business, and go ahead and wrap up, the last little things I need to get ready for the rest of the week. So if you are not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. And ladies, I'm gonna call y'all back.